Hey everybody, Crazy Soap Lady here. I hope everybody is doing good today. I'm going to be doing something a little different today. I actually had another video that I was going to upload. It was another swirl video, but since I'd already done 2 other swirl videos, I thought, well, let me do something a little different just to kind of make it a little more interesting. So I have this fragrance that I've had for a while now, and I've never used it, but I really like it. It's from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and it's called Candy Crush. And again, it just smells really, really good out of the bottle. So I really wanted to use it, and you know I like to have my colors match with the fragrance. So I just wanted to make something really colorful, like different colored candies. And so I had thought about cutting up some different colored embeds and then embedding them in like a white base. I've done that method many times before, but again, for this one, I just kind of wanted to do something a bit different. So I remembered another soap I had made. It's a technique that I saw on YouTube from another soap maker. And I can't even remember the lady's name, and I don't remember what the technique was even called. But I had made it a while back with a cold process soap batch that I'd made. And it turned out to be a really pretty soap. But it was just like, it was almost like a camouflage type soap. Just different colors, dabs of different colors layered throughout. So I'll try to include a picture of that soap at the end of this video, but I'm going to try to duplicate that technique with melt and pour soap. So, and I also, again, I had thought about just cutting up some little square embeds to look like little candy pieces, and then just layering them in here. And of course, I'm using my individual mold, of course, my beloved individual mold instead of a loaf mold, mainly because I'm just experimenting and I didn't want to make a big batch. But I could just layer some embeds there and maybe pour some different colors to fill in the gaps and spaces and come up with a cool effect that way. So I thought about doing that, but I just didn't feel like pouring 5 colors and then waiting for it to harden and then cutting them up into the embeds. I just didn't feel like doing that today. So I'm going to do something different, and I don't know if it's going to work out. I'm just going to let my colors thicken up a good bit and then just put little dabs of colors layered throughout. You'll see what I'm talking about once I start pouring. And hopefully it'll work out. If you're watching this video, then that means it at least turned out okay. If it's a total failure, then you won't even see it at all. I'll just try again until I get it right. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything started. But first, the colors that I'm using. I'm going to be using 5 different colors today. I've got the Banana Boat Yellow Mica from Wholesale Supplies Plus. All of these are from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Then I've got the New Tone Purple Mica. And then the New Tone Green Mica. That's a really pretty green too. And then the Sunset Orange Mica. And then the last one is the New Tone Magenta Mica. So those are the colors that I'll be using today. I'm going to get everything ready and I will be back. Alright, so I'm back and I've got my colors melted in these little cups here. And it's pretty thick, which is how I wanted it to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to start pouring this just in little dabs of color here in the mold, just to kind of make like a camouflage effect. So I'm going to start off slow just so you can see the design that I'm doing, and then once I get this first layer poured, then I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed things up a little bit. All right, here we go. Okay, y'all, I'm so sorry about this terrible lighting. I know I've complained about this in every video, but I think this lighting's the worst out of all of them. So I know the colors look really dark, but I hope you can still see what I'm doing okay. It might look like these colors are mixing together because of the lighting issue, but they're actually not. These colors are looking very bright and vivid, and the colors are staying separate. I just wish you could see that. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Hey everybody. Alright, so I've unmolded and this is what the soap looks like. It's not exactly what I envisioned, but I still think it's a pretty cool looking soap. The soap is really smooth. You know how sometimes when your soap base is real thick, you can have some holes and dents. So that really wasn't a problem. The sides and the top is really smooth. The only place where it had, was a little denty was on the bottom, which that was to be expected, but I used my planer to just run the soap across the planer a couple of times to smooth it out. Not a big deal. I didn't have to plane it a lot at all. But again, this just goes back to another video real quick where I talked about how, you can get two different effects. I think I ought to start calling these my two-faced soaps. What do y'all think about that? Because, yeah, you get a different effect like this. I don't even know what you would call that, but on the other side, it just almost reminds me of like a tie-dye effect, kind of, sort of. So, but I knew that I wasn't going to have this effect probably on the top and the bottom. It would be really kind of hard to get that all the way through with melt and pour soap. But yeah, that was really my main goal, was just to, it's not exactly how I wanted it, but it's kind of what I was envisioning, a little bit close. I would have placed my colors a little more strategically. Like, I didn't want the same colors touching each other. So I don't like how that two purple, I don't know if those are two separate colors or if that was just one glob that fell at one time. I don't remember, but I didn't want those two colors together. And this is actually orange and yellow, but they're so close you can't really tell the distinction of the color. So I just wanted, more distinction of each individual color throughout. But, I did get that for the most part. Now, I would also, when I did my first layer, I would have, if I make it again, I would let that harden first before I start pouring the rest of the soap. So I do wish that I had done that. But, I mean, again, I like it. I think I will make it again just so I can try to achieve the exact design that I was looking for. What do you guys think? Should I make more of these? I tell you, the fragrance is just, the more I smell it, the more I love it. That Candy Crush, it smells so good. I wish I had used that before now. I've had it for about a year. But, yeah, so I'm basically happy. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Bye.